Hey guys, Eric Sue here. Welcome back to Healthy Living with Eric Sue Radio. So the big mystery is this: how do average Joes and Janes who did not cheat and hire personal trainers and chefs, who want to live fit and healthy, how do we achieve our health and fitness goals and live our healthiest life, yet still have plenty of time to enjoy it? That's the million-dollar question, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Eric Sue, and welcome to Healthy Living with Eric Sue Radio. All right, you guys, I'm back. I want to talk about core training, exercises, and strengthening up your midsection, that part of the body that is around the belly button, above your hip bones, and below your rib cage. All right. There's been a lot of talk about it, and at least for me, and I wanted to just give you guys 3 quick tips for faster ab toning results. So let's get to it. I know many of you guys are thinking about spring maybe. While I'm recording this is February 6th, and here in Chicago we just had about 6 inches of snow, and there's going to be more coming soon. Anyhow, I want to say that a lot of you guys may be thinking about the spring and warmer weather, which probably means more revealing outfits and swimsuits around the corner. So anyhow, the core, let's get right to it. And you've been working on it. I know you guys been doing your crunches and spending time doing your planks and all those good things. And I want to say those are all great exercises. Here's the thing about doing core, at least from my perspective, and for those who really are serious about getting them stronger, getting them more toned, and feeling them. Here's what we need to do. Number 1, we need to make sure that we are always applying proper engagement. And there's a lot to that. However, let me just say that breathing has a lot to do with it, and remembering to exhale on exertion, all those good things, right? And engaging has is number 1. Engagement has the top reason that people do not get the results is that they're not properly engaging. Okay, so when you're doing a forward crunch, when you're doing a leg raise, when you're doing ball crunches, when you're doing all these exercises to activate the core, are you properly engaging? Okay, and make sure we're working on that. Make sure we are aware of that, and it all starts with the breathing. I want to get into the other ones, but let's just start with proper engagement. Okay. All right. Tip number 2. Tip number 2 is Tip number 2 is, are you working your muscles with different angles of movement? I'm just thinking right now as I see a picture in front of me, a forward crunch, and that is just one movement and one angle of doing a forward crunch. And if you're on the floor, that is, okay? There are all these new functional tools that are out there that you can use to create a different angle to challenge your core, and so using different angles. So like I mentioned, if you're doing it on the floor, crunches are great. They're safe. You can't fall off of anything. However, if you bring that same movement up onto a ball and change the angle of your movement, then right away you are engaging more and you're going to stimulate your muscles more. And so consider doing some basic moves and using a different tool to change the angle of your movement. Okay, so changing the angle of your movement. Now, the third and last one, number 3, is called the speed or tempo of your crunches, your core exercises overall. And this is really interesting because your tempo will challenge your muscles differently, and that is the stimulus, and that's the change, that's the way that your body doesn't get used to something or plateau. And so by changing your tempo, it's going to dramatically change the way your muscles respond. Okay? Just like somebody can walk, run, or sprint, changing those speeds also changes the way your muscles work. And it's the same thing for your core. So if you do a 4-second crunch, that's great. If you do a 3-second crunch, that's awesome. If you do a 2-second crunch, that's even more intense. And so how you change your tempo on the movement will determine also when you see results, because all that stimulus will make a difference, right? So changing your tempo. Now, just to recap, the 3 tips that I have for you guys in this episode would be changing, or I should say, to properly engage, number 1. Number 2, make sure you change up the angles. And number 3, vary your tempo, your movement speeds. Those 3 will be very effective in getting your core stronger and more toned. Okay. Now, for those who are listening to this this week of February 6th and on February 10th, 2018, I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live. Facebook Live. I'm going to be doing a Zoom conference webinar. And so that means that you guys can join me, and I'll be going over a workshop I call the Core Secrets Workshop. And that's going to be an hour or so long of me explaining to you more detail exactly these 3 tips, as well as more specific techniques and mechanics of how to make your core stronger and feel them more, right? And so it is on February 10th at 12 p.m. There's going to be a link to this podcast, so go ahead and click on that, and you'll be taken to the page where you can find more details and information about this amazing workshop. There's also a workbook that goes along with it that you can get once you sign up. All right, so I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. All right, bye. Hey, thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe and leave feedback for me. Would you like me to teach you 7 simple ways to increase your energy for free? If so, go download your free Feel Energized e-course by subscribing to this podcast at ericwsu.com/radio. Also, if you have a question and want it answered live on the show, you can submit your question there.